Hello guys, how are you doing? Yes, this is your Dr. Vantari Shiva. In this video, we are going to cover a question of dual nature of matter and radiation. Okay, so let us take the question first of all. A certain metallic surface is illuminated with a monochromatic light of wavelength lambda. Monochromatic light means mono means single, chromatic means color. Okay, so this light is going to have single wavelength. Okay, yes, that's the meaning of this monochromatic light of wavelength. Yes, the stopping potential for photoelectric current for this light is nothing but a 3 V naught. Okay, that's what is given. If the same surface is illuminated with a light of wavelength 2 lambda, then the stopping potential supposed to be V naught. Okay, then the threshold wavelength for this surface for photoelectric effect is, okay, so what is the meaning of this threshold wavelength, and what is the meaning of stopping potential? By the way, what is photoelectric effect at all? So let us discuss all these things now. Okay, let us have a look at this. So this is a cathode ray experiment. So if you take this experimental setup of cathode ray, so basically if you see, this is actually a cathode and this is the anode, and both of them are kept in a vacuum tube. This is actually vacuum tube. Now, so actually these cathode and anode are connected to battery of EMF V, and it's also connected to an ammeter to count whether there is any current actually. Okay, so now we'll have a window of transparent one, window of transparent, so that electrons, sorry, so that photons of light will be able to fall on this guy. Okay, let us say the light is actually falling on this cathode. Then what will happen? So cathode is generally a metal. Cathode is generally metal. Then what will happen? So depending upon its work function, every metal will be having certain amount of work function. So the light which is incidentting on this cathode will be having some energy. Let me say that as h nu or hc by lambda. Very good. Now depending upon its incident energy, if suppose this energy is more than the amount of work function, then certain amount of electrons will be releasing from this cathode. These electrons, if they are given sufficient amount of energy, then they will be able to reach anode. So from thereby, by the way, how are you able to provide them energy? By using this battery. Okay, so what will happen when you are actually providing the voltage or potential difference between the anode and cathode? All these electrons are generally negatively charged, and anode is a positively charged electrode. Okay, so this electron and anode will be attracting each other. If suppose all the electrons may not be able to reach anode, then what you do is you just apply more amount of potential difference, so that what happens, these electrons will be accelerated because because of the energy q times, or you can say E times that of voltage. That will be the accelerated energy for these electrons. These electrons will be able to reach anode sufficiently enough. Once it reaches, it will be able to pass through the circuit. Okay, then it will be able to register current actually here. Understand? So to measure the how many number of electrons are reaching the anode, or you can say what current is actually passing through the circuit, we have connected ammeter here. Very good. So this is the cathode ray experiment setup. Now, what do you think is the photoelectric effect? Now, basically by incidenting photons, you are able to generate electrons, isn't it? And these electrons are called photoelectrons, and the effect by which these photons are producing these electrons is nothing but a photoelectric effect. Okay, I hope you understand what is the meaning of photoelectrons and photoelectric effect right now. So basically all these electrons will be having some amount of kinetic energy. So if you see the equation for photoelectric effect is, so the incident energy will be utilized in two ways to to give the kinetic energy for these electrons, that's called maximum kinetic energy, plus to overcome the work function of this cathode. Okay, so that's this is the equation for photoelectric effect. Now let us consider the maximum kinetic energy of these electrons, which is equal to E minus phi. Okay, so what did I say? E is equal to hc by lambda, and phi is nothing but hc by lambda naught, or you can say lambda threshold. So this is the maximum threshold maximum wavelength of these incident photons, such that photoelectric effect can be occurred. Understand? Yes. Otherwise, you can take it as a h nu threshold. That means this is the minimum. This is the minimum frequency, so that beyond which the photoelectric effect can happen, and this is the maximum wavelength. Okay, I hope you understand the difference between this has to be minimum frequency and this has to be maximum. That is the only difference you have to understand. Very good. And that's equal to maximum kinetic energy of these electrons. Now basically all these electrons will be having some amount of kinetic energy. So if you want to stop this, you want to stop these electrons, the amount of reverse polarity of the battery, actually you have to reverse this polarity. Then what will happen? Here you will have negative polarity and here you will have positive polarity. The amount of potential you have to apply to stop these to stop these electrons ejecting out of this cathode is nothing but a stopping potential. All right, so this is the minimum voltage that you need to apply so that electrons will not be ejected out of the cathode. It's called a stopping potential. Okay, that's given actually. So now what did I say? So that much of if you supply E times Vs. Vs is nothing but stopping potential. E times Vs of energy. Then definitely you can stop all these electrons coming out of this cathode. Okay. So this Vs is nothing but stopping potential. This much of energy you have to apply here. Okay. All right. EVS. Now let us go for the question right now. This much of information is really sufficient to do the question right now. Okay. Yes. So now when you are incidenting monochromatic light of wavelength lambda, for lambda wavelength you are able to produce I mean you are having the potential stopping potential as 3v0. This much of stopping potential you have to apply so that you can stop these electrons coming out from the metallic surface. Very good. Now when you are increasing this wavelength, v0 amount of stopping potential is sufficient. That's what is given in the question. Now let us try to write this equation for the, let us try to apply this information to the photoelectric equation. Okay, so now E into, what is the stopping potential here? 3 times v0 minus hc by, what is the wavelength? Lambda. And this is actually fixed quantity. Depending upon the material it will be fixed. Next if you take this this information and apply this here, then you get E times, what is the stopping potential? V0. And how much is the wavelength that is being used for the incident ray? That is 2 lambda. All right, 2 lambda minus hc by lambda threshold. As I told you, this is metals information, so which is actually fixed. You're not changing that cathode. All right. Yes. So now if you just need to solve it, then if I say this as equation 2 and equation 3, let me just multiply this equation, third equation, with 3 so that I can solve this easily. Okay, 3, 3 and 3, and let me subtract this from the equation 2. All right, so 3e v0 and 3e v0 gets cancelled. Then if I take h is equal to 0, you'll get 0 on the left hand side. On the right hand side, if I take hc by lambda, I'll get 1 minus 3 by 2. All right, next minus hc by lambda threshold, if I just take it as a common, then I'll get okay, let me take plus only here, so I'll get minus 1 here and plus 3 here. Very good. Now let me just rewrite this equation. 1 minus 3 by 2 minus 1 by 2. Okay, minus hc by lambda, actually 2 lambda, minus 1 by 2 na, plus 3 minus 1 2 hc by lambda threshold. You can cancel hc in the whole equation. Then let me take this to the left hand side. I'll get 1 by 2 lambda is equal to 2 by lambda threshold. So he's asking for lambda threshold only, no? Threshold wavelength. All right, let me just cross multiply them. Lambda threshold is equal to 4 times that of lambda. So basically you have to, this is the threshold wavelength for this surface, so that mean, this is the maximum wavelength actually, beyond which, I mean, below which you can have photoelectric effect, beyond which you cannot have photoelectric effect. All right. Yes, that is a question. So thank you very much for watching. If you have any questions or doubts regarding this, you can let me know in the comment box. Thank you very much once again for watching. See you once again. Bye bye.